Hello everybody, my name is Maria. I've been asked to come here today to talk to you about some of the benefits of using evidence for learning. But before I get into that, I just want to give you a little bit of background information. I've got a 15-year-old son who is in mainstream school, and I've got a 13-year-old son at Swiss Cottage School. He's got a rare syndrome and severe learning difficulties. Alex has been at Swiss Cottage for a little over 9 years, and one of the things I used to find really difficult was how to engage him in learning at home. When it comes to special needs learning, there is no rule book for parents. Simple learning tasks became mountains to climb, and we as parents just want our children to learn so they can move forward towards a good life. Doesn't matter how, just learn. For us, this is where EfL has had and is still having a big impact. I remember when the school started using it about 4 years ago. I was super excited. Ever since Alex started at Swiss Cottage, I had been invited into the class to observe him doing various things, but I never really got to see him doing much because he was too excited about me being in the classroom. And usually he just came and sat on my lap. With the introduction of EfL, I got to be a fly on the wall. The teachers were able to capture video clips and pictures of Alex's learning and share them with me via the app. Seeing learning tasks being broken down into small chunks and how the staff engaged Alex really gave me the confidence to start doing the tasks with him at home.
What type of transport did Emma
Take
Yeah. What letter do we need next?
T.
Yeah.
T.
Yeah.
The videos included anything relevant to his learning targets, and an added benefit were the school's tagging system, making it really easy for me as a parent to see which part of the curriculum the videos were evidencing. I want to highlight a different example of how we were able to use EfL during lockdown in the context of ensuring that Alex didn't miss out on his physiotherapy. Here we see one of his TAs showing exactly how the daily physiotherapy program was carried out in school. It was key to his engagement and highly motivating for him that a TA who knew him very well was doing the program. Initially, we watched it together. Later on, as he developed a routine in it, it was easier for me to incorporate the program into his day as we were able to move away from the video. The real difference that EfL has made for me in supporting Alex with his learning at home is seeing the videos. This has enabled me to replicate every detail of a task. Setting up a task and carrying it out in the same way as school has been really crucial for his engagement in doing some homework. Another benefit that EfL has brought with it is being able to watch the videos together with Alex at home. Before EfL was introduced, there wasn't a real chance to speak with him about what he was doing at school. But watching the videos together has given him a new voice and enabled us to talk in more detail about his school day. Here, he's able to show me an art session that he had at school, which he was really proud of. One thing is reading about his day in the communication book, but being able to watch this video back with him has given us a new and more engaging way of talking about what goes on at school, and it has really contributed to the development of his communication skills. The third and final benefit I'll talk about today is the ability for us to upload pictures and videos to share problems as well as achievements back with the school. This two-way of sharing has meant that we've spent less time formulating and defining learning needs as both parties are more tuned in. It has also meant that if I had a question about how to do something, I could easily send a video showing the problem, and together with the school we will be able to work out a solution much quicker. As an example, we had a problem with Alex's foot positioning on his pedals when he was riding his trike. He kept turning his heels inwards and hitting the frame of the trike every time his feet went round. It can be quite hard to explain the issues, and it was really helpful to be able to show the problem both to the class teacher and also to the OT, knowing that they both were on the same page with the problem, and by seeing it together they were able to work out a solution very fast. To round this off, I have chosen a last clip which is an example of sharing an achievement from home. Alex has worked very hard on his keyboard skills, and he was so proud to be able to share back his newly acquired keyboard skills with his teachers and his classmates. Well, that's it for me. Thank you very much for having me today. It's been a real pleasure to talking to you all about the benefits of evidence for learning and how that has changed the way we learn at home.
Hi, my name is Sadia. I'm mother of a beautiful girl called Amaya. Amaya has Angelman syndrome and is nonverbal. Unfortunately, she recently fell and due to a seizure fractured her ankle. This resulted in her having to wear an air cast boot, which helped her walking, but unfortunately reduced her mobility. Obviously, it also meant that Amaya had to stay at home and miss out on going to school. As Amaya's ankle began to heal and her mobility became better, I started to upload videos onto EfL to capture her day-to-day progress. So, for example, I uploaded videos of Amaya navigating her way around the house wearing her support boot. I uploaded videos of Amaya standing in the kitchen with the help of her support boot enjoying cooking sessions. I was also able to showcase Amaya resting her broken foot on a stool as support while sitting at her desk to do her favorite activities such as painting and cutting and sticking. The videos that I was uploading allowed her school team direct observation and assessment of Amaya's mobility and her needs. EfL for me as a parent became a powerful tool to share videos and write detailed notes capturing Amaya's real-life situations to evidence, assess and track Amaya's mobility whilst in her support boot. I knew that the school team would be conducting a risk assessment for Amaya's return to school. However, the exciting part of using EfL to showcase Amaya's progress was that as a parent, I became part of the dynamic participatory risk assessment process. EfL empowered me to take charge of transferring videos on Amaya's real-life situation, which in turn enabled the school team to make the most appropriate and practical decisions for easing my daughter back to school. The EfL app enabled the school team and I to work together to develop a trusting working relationship to transition Amaya from being homebound with a fractured ankle to being back in her school environment that she loves so much. The fact that the school team were able to share with me the risk assessment and the structures that would be put in place for Amaya's return to school gave me confidence and reassurance that Amaya would be safe when returning back to school. The use of EfL in this situation really did showcase a best practice in enabling parent interaction in developing a risk assessment. For me, this proved to be a powerful example of how EfL can enable parent and school engagement in developing a risk assessment to transition pupils back to school. There's no doubt in my mind that the risk assessment sped up Amaya's return to school. Rather than becoming a tick box exercise, the risk assessment became a real-life interactive process. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak here and for illustrating how the Evidence for Learning app has helped my daughter return to school.